true cost.
Okay.
And we were just thinking about how the companies really need to change with the way that they, like, the standards that they hold for the factories.
Yeah, like the workers there,
And the
like
workers.
they kind of make it seem like a lot of it is our fault because like materialism and everything, but like it's also the companies need to make it like safer for their employees and
Yeah.
like
And did you find out if there were any unions?
They
mention that?
They're unions, but they're not really, like, they'll say they have a union, but the factories will say, oh, you don't have any power to
She
do
was
this.
talking about how like she made a union and then the the owners like beat her.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like the other people.
yeah.
So
So like they weren't able to like actually fight.
Did they mention the Triangle Fire?
Which
from
one
like
was that?
the Triangle
From a while
Shirtwaist
ago?
from like
Yes.
in New York.
Yes.
No, they didn't talk about that. They talked about like
That was the beginning of a whole push in America. So
Yeah.
America used to have a similar
They mostly
situation.
talked about like Bangladesh.
yeah, in Bangladesh and like how the buildings were like collapsed. A building collapsed and killed like
Yes.
400
And it
not
keeps
1,000
happening
people.
too.
Yeah, but no
Buildings
one,
keep collapsing.
and like the people who work there say like, oh, there are people that know about that this isn't safe, but then they don't do anything to stop it.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then they also say that like the employees there, like, oh, well, like they don't have to work here, but like a lot of them do.
like
Like they don't have another choice.
Yeah, and then people in the U.S. like kind of as a way to not think about what's really going on, they're like, oh, well, we're giving them work, but it's like, yeah, but you're paying $50 for jeans, and they're getting a cent of that. Like 5 people are splitting a cent for that pair of jeans, and just kind of like changing the way we.
So
think about clothes.
how does that impact like how you see retail, like fashion?
I don't know. Like to me, it kind of just made me feel like guilty that I live in like this place where like all we do is like shop, and like when I go to New York and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, let's go shopping in New York and stuff, but like I don't think about how it's affecting other people in like across the world.
Do you think you'll pay more attention to like where it comes from now? Like, do you think that you have the ability to like think about that purchase a little more?
Yeah, I mean, I think it like certain places, like I'm not gonna spend like a ton of money on one clothing item.
Yeah, but like the items like Patagonia, I know is like kind of conscious of their workers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like wanting to support a brand like that, even if the clothes are more expensive, you know that it's like good working conditions.
Right.
So I would
So
rather-
there's the thing. It's like we're in the instead of the minimalism, we're in the maximism, if you want to use that as a word. And so the idea that you can get a whole bunch of shirts at Marshalls or H&M or Forever 21 for like cheap, right? But if you think about it, if you bought that one, Eileen Fisher, she's not in she's be more like for older people, but she's very sustainable, very green. Her stuff is very expensive. But you're buying one like silk shirt or something.
Yeah.
But you're going to wear it a million times.
Yeah.
So it's like that, the true cost, like, are you really getting a good deal? What's that going to be like for the environment?
Exactly.
Because the waste is a big issue too.
And then just how clothes are building up everywhere, because like Americans use clothes as like a one-use type of thing,
Right.
Like food,
and they're not
rather
made to launder well. They're made for you to get rid of them and buy more.
than then it's just contributing to like climate issues. But yeah,
Cool. All right. What are you guys talking about over here?
And 51% greenhouse gases. Now, people in one documentary claims to me and their industry, they found clear with evidence of his main contribution to the environment. But also felt a little guilty because I eat a lot of meat. I like meat.
51% of the greenhouse gases?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And you did Edible Cities,
I
Lily?
did. So do we want to move on to the next? Okay. So what further information would you like to gather after watching the film? I'd love to look into like the economical benefits to having like a community produce store. Also like the ecological health benefits to that too. And also maybe expanding on kind of in many cities and towns we have farmers markets which have fresh produce, but they're only available on certain days of certain seasons. So a market like this would kind of give people 24/7, 365-day access to fresh produce that would help stuff like that.
So, how would you set that up, Lily? Like, how would you set up an idea of a farmer's market that's consistently available? Because that is a problem.
It is a problem, and that's one of the things I'd like to look into further.
It's New England too.
Yeah, it would definitely take a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of time to kind of figure that out.
But doable. Kind of like our the truck we came up with.
Yeah.
Like some kind of market on wheels that every day you could count on it being like near Prescott Park at 4:00, and you could go buy fresh produce out of the truck.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Tender Crop. Have you been to Tender Crop?
Yes.
So Tender Crop has their own farms, and they're pretty reliable.
Yeah.
They're not organic for the most part, but they practice organic practices. It says.
Yeah.
But they're a good option. And you watched Educated. Did you not love the girl who did the one who came up with this idea on finding the 3 people? I haven't watched it in a while, but what did you think of her 3 characters she picked?
I mean, I thought they were like good. It seemed like they were good choices of people for it.
Yeah, because she picked like a young girl, right? I haven't watched it in a couple years.
Yeah, and it was good how she picked
A mom,
3 people with like.
and then a
different
muscle
vibes.
guy, like a guy who was he a bodybuilder or something?
I don't know if he was like a bodybuilder, but he seemed kind of like into exercise.
Yep. And you're working on the Meatless Monday. Yay! So now you have more information. All right, guys. What did you guys do over here?
Orcas, and it's like
You're on Blackfish or the Cove?
blackfish.
Blackfish.
Yeah, they're on Blackfish.
But like it doesn't. It's kind of like taking like one person from like Portsmouth, like another person from like Alaska, and like a couple people from like China, and then being like family. Yeah. You're the same breed, and it's not the same.
And then like sticking them in a tiny tank and doing a circus act with them.
Yeah, and being like, here, go like.
It's like you aren't gonna get food if you don't do this.
Yeah.
And even if you do it right, then you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.